off we go. So these are always going to be open, as always, to whoever wants to join them. And my goal is still to hit every single legendary at least once during this month. Yesterday we got Moltres, Mewtwo and Lugia new. So which leaves... well, is that the Obsidian Fieldlands one, or just a sort of random alpha shiny that you got? Well, congratulations on that shiny. We do love a good shiny alpha. I believe the last one I got was an alpha Badoo. So yeah, not the best. And as I always say, I don't really need the headphones on for this stream. So you're doing like the full-blown hunting as such for the statics, I guess, when you're doing your alpha hunting. I think of all of the ones I've got the Steelix 3 times. Strangely enough. Badoo, I've had Bidoof and Badoo. So we have fairies. Good job I picked this one. With like our full dark team. Yeah, okay. Well, that's kind of where I'm at the moment. I've been trying to perfect dexes. I've got to about 100 done. And I also do like the shiny hunting competitions in the trainer lounge. So we do like a bingo tournament, and I'm having a lot of fun doing them. The last couple of months I seem to have come third and second both times. Last month I was just taking my time really with it. The month before I couldn't find an Onyx. That's why I have 3 Shelfer Steelixes. I was trying to do the Onyx run on Cornet Highlands, jump to the middle camp, throw up to those 2 Onyxes. So I was also hunting Chimecho, and I got 2 Alpha Steelixes that way. But elsewhere I've had Bidoof, which was in my 31 hours challenge, completely out of nowhere. I also got Badoo, and the first one I ever got was Luminion, the static Luminion. And I also got a Goomy, which I have not evolved. I was trying to... Low key, I'm sort of working on an alpha shiny dex and a normal shiny dex in there. Like, the problem I have with it is I've got a good 100 plus minimum shinies in there, so it's more... I would like to stream it, but it's very difficult because you're not really doing that much shiny hunting at the moment. Like, we did a lot for my dark type challenge, where we got what did we get? We got 31. So the only dark types we didn't get in PLA was Spiritomb and Samurott. I even got an Eevee at the end to get the Umbreon, which was ridiculous considering I wasn't really hunting Eevee, but I found one on the last couple of days, just completing the dexes. Like I said, it's the only one. There's actually 2 I caught that I didn't include on streams, which was the Eevee, which I did just casually, and I got a Murkrowing Go randomly. So they're like my main 2. And we got Fairy. Right. Vaporeon's just annoying to battle. But we're gonna have to do Vaporeon. We want this Cradily. We want the items. How far along are you on completing your dexes in the... what's this one? Physical moves. Physical moves, right? That'll do. Not the best items. Very nice. No. Oh, but you're kind of probably doing that same pain that I had to do when you're doing the ones that are like 70 agile, 70 funders. They're the ones that have been annoying me. I feel like, apart from probably the water spawns, I feel like I'm in a very good position to finish soon. A lot of it is, like, for example, I had to do Psyduck. So I need to do Confusion, and that was all I needed to do, and Evolve one. So then I jumped straight into Golduck, and that's where I'm at in the moment. Shieldon and so you was yeah, I get that. Like the fossils are a nightmare. Let's just we'll carry on with this one. The fossils annoyed me so much, but I think I've got enough to do the moves. I need to double check the Bastiodons. This one's going to take a while, isn't it? Is that going to hit me? No. Oh, yeah, I've not got the moves on. I forgot how quick it is without them on. But that's just the way we like to roll with this. Let's see. Wait, we've lost a life already. That's not good. This thing is too bulky. And I don't know what the fairy is. I haven't faced a fairy, and it probably can't be Xerneas, because I believe your Veltor's my exclusive. I think, anyway. I'm not fully sure. We'll find out, I guess. Okay, so that's weakened it a bit more, and we'll probably be fast this turn, if it hasn't already been. Yeah, I don't really know how I will ever manage to shiny hunt those fossils in PLA. In the future, one of my ideas for a challenge was going to be getting every alpha in a month. That was one of my ideas for a challenge. And when I say every alpha, it does not include any statics. So we know the basics on the field, like the Rapidash had to be from somewhere else, or an Alpha Ponyta. And I couldn't do the massive mass outbreaks. I could fly over them. If there's an Alpha there, I can catch it. But if there's not, it's not going to count. That was going to be one of my challenges I wanted to maybe bring on for myself. I'm hoping the... I don't really need... I can't remember what that was. That was... Well, it's going to work out for us. So, what do we have? So, water is easier to beat. I guess. No. Ghost is the teapot. Fire is not good for two of us, so we're going to have to just go Ghost, I think. Yeah, so that's one of... But that was like the coin flip between which of the challenges I did for April, this, or the complete Alpha Decks in a month. Because I prefer to stream as in monthly challenges. I just find it easier to focus on my challenges that way. Pretty much, that's the main reason why I do it that way. So that was one of the two on my agenda. Like a couple others were like Nuzlocke, but I don't really think that's much point. And so far the DAs has been the most popular, busiest streams we've done. So I'm quite happy with how they're going. I know it usually takes a while before everybody arrives, but with the direct yesterday, there's plenty to talk about too. We will probably get into some of that discussion throughout the day. When I first saw it, I was a bit frustrated. Like, I looked at the games, and they're not my type of games, many of them. So I'm not overly interested. Oh, I wouldn't like that one, unless this is the water one. Then we have a smart computer. What is our first legendary of the day? I believe it's got to be a Tapu. Tapu Lele. Okay, so that's not terrible. I could have had a lot worse with this. Welcome in, Taco. How are you? Have you been checking out all? I saw you've been checking out all of the Formula One news. Are we looking forward to the Grand Prix at the weekend? I've never had any of these Tapu shiny, like legitimate ones. Like back when you did the Wonder Trades, I've had a couple, but my legendary shinies are not good. That's going to be the best way to describe this. I believe we're on about 2. I have Rayquaza, which I actually got in a DA with... Ironically, I got 2 shinies on that run. And I also got Latias a couple of weeks ago, just doing one of these in my Dark-type Pokemon hunt. So they're my 2. I have got Moltres in Go. It will be interesting to see how they all do. Like, this season seems a bit random at the moment, apart from like the fact that McLaren are too strong. The rest of it seems like you could just roll the dice and it could come out anywhere, which is nice to see. It's what makes Formula One more interesting when there isn't a globally dominant driver. So hopefully McLaren just get disqualified from everything forever, and then it might be interesting. Yeah, Ferrari, but they make it funny, Ferrari, because you know that they probably could compete to win races if the people behind the scenes were good. When it comes to the actual on-track stuff, I think you can rely on Leclerc and Hamilton to do the business. I don't know if we're going to beat this, actually. Maybe. I think we've only got 1 life left. But that's what makes it fun. I like seeing the chaos. Watch them all argue about each other. That's what makes it all fun. Like, is Japan got a sprint race? I get so confused with which ones are sprint races and which ones are just normal races. I like sprint races now, to the extent that they were better when you had to qualify, so they actually made people try a bit harder. But now they just sort of cruise round and do nothing. And I missed the fastest lap not counting. But then I think the fastest lap could count if you're the bottom team, because that would be funny if the team would put, like, just say for example, somebody gets bumped, not their fault, loses their front wing or whatever, and they've got to have it repaired, and they're going to finish 13th, 14th. They did nothing wrong the whole race. It's not their fault they got hit. But then they come around and they go and get the fastest lap. At least there's some recovery. Yeah, and the slowest lap, but then that would also be quite funny. See the sabotage. Do we have a shiny? No. No, we don't. That would probably go to Bert Meyerlander every race, wouldn't it? With the safety car being the slowest one. You'll still get more points than some of the teams, probably. I'm not going to keep the Tapu. I'll go and do another one quickly before anyone else comes in to try and join in. Yeah, we'll do random. It's more fun, right? It's chaos as well. We're not going to invite anyone because we don't like people. We'll just take it on Chang because it's got a good moveset. But for what we do here is, these are sort of one of the more interactive aspects to these games. You can have a full team of 4 and you sort of work together to get to the end and win normally. And you just get sort of silhouettes and hints to pick the best possible team to get there. Even though this is quite an old system, it turns out everybody kind of likes doing them still. So no worries. I'll probably be on for a couple of hours or so from now. We've only just started. as we say, like they're always open. Like, and I half expect we'll find ourselves in We're from Belgium or Corey streams later today at some point, so we all can work together on plenty of these. As we said, we've done 21 and 116 so far, so we've got good odds at the moment. It's just no shinies, and I believe of all of the runs I've done with people, there have only been 2 shinies. One, which was We're from Belgium, got an Ivysaur, and somebody can't remember which one it was, but I was in Keith's doing Lugia, and one of the others got the alien psychic type that I can't pronounce. I'm not gonna try. Who did Rain Dance? Like, which one of you did that? Yeah, get rid of that rain. We'll keep what we need and we'll win. I don't really want the Frostmoth because this probably will be... Actually, of all the electric ones, only Thunderous is bad. I believe we haven't done a Raikou. I've got the upper list here. I haven't done Raikou or Zapdos or Tapu Koko, so they're all good for me. So I'm kind of happy. Who keeps doing Rain Dance? I should pay attention so I can shout at the NPCs some more. I bet you it is Mr. Mime, because we never trust that fella. Just there dancing around like you know it's Sigilif. Okay. Well, I'm guessing that just means that you have no moves either. Just you're sabotaging us. I will keep this just because I can help get the ground type with it. That I want the ground type. And we started with 999 luxury balls, and you can see how many DAs we've done. This is my good way of counting them to see how many things we've caught along the way. So theoretically, it is 1 in 100. You should get a shiny. I believe that's how it works out. So we're close to our odds. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, one of you take us, please. Not, oh. Okay, come, here it is then. You've had the move I wanted you to use. That's the only problem when you play with the computer. They make bad decisions. They're like most of us on a Friday night after too many Jaeger bombs. It's not the worst though to go for this one. What have we got? We have Ice Punch, which will do damage, I guess. But the rest of the team's not great. Of course you want to do Rain Dance again because you have no other moves and you're not interested in actually helping us in any way, computer. But we'll see. Like, we know we're working slowly towards this. It's basically their characters. They're different. Like whenever you meet different trainers, they have like a class. So I think this one's meant to be musician / rapper. I'm not completely sure what they are. It's a bit like the one in the costume is like Pokey Fan or Pokey Maniac. That's what it will be. When you play with normal people, they have their own outfits. It's quite random who you get as well. They've tried. It's been like a trait for these franchises for years that you have different generic types. Like you would have a bird keeper who just stands there with a bird cage, like stuff, and then you would have like guitarist with guitar, obviously, and biker with a motorbike. They've evolved over the years to be a bit less generic, but it's just been something that's sort of stuck with them for years. Now, if this is... Oh, no, I don't know whether to take it. I'm going to trust the computer. That's a good move. If that is... The problem is it had no good moves. Well, I guess Ice. In case it's Zapdos, we should beat it easiest. Yeah, don't want you rolling the dice. But it used to be a bit of a joke to see what the different classes were over the years. Like, there's like the infamous one called Youngster Joey who you meet, and it's sort of become a bit of a meme from like the gold and silver era. They introduced like a mobile function to the game, so people could phone you up to have rematches or tell you what they've done. Only NPCs, not real people. And Youngster Joey was the first person you battled, the first person you did anything with, and he always phoned you up to tell you about his Rattata, which was like the worst Pokemon in the game. So it's kind of become a bit of a thing with that one, and some trainers have generally have certain types of Pokemon more than others. It's more just to try and teach you how to handle things. I know, but we're meant to be a kid in the game, I guess. We get rid of the snow. But it was a very interesting feature. Like, I will always sort of say, like, I know that I don't know if you've actually watched much of the yellow that KBD's doing, but that was so basic, that game. And then you went to the gold and silver, and things opened up so much with the bigger bag, bigger locations. Even like this mobile feature was huge for then compared to what you had in red, yellow, blue. And slowly each game's developed more and more, and then you suddenly end up with like what Scarlet and Violet is meant to be, like quite an open world experience, which is a bit buggy, not gonna lie, but it works. There's a lot they could probably do to trim it down to be a lot more fun, to just play for an extended amount of time. And like this was sort of a bit of a trial one, because this was the first mixture of a 3D model, proper battling, where you still had the old school random encounters that you would find in the grass, which is what was the basics of it all. And then suddenly you could see overworld spawns, and it just made it feel a bit more bigger and better. So, like, the next one's going to be like Pokemon ZA. It's going to be even different again, which is crazy to think. Welcoming Kim, how are you doing? Like, ZA is a mixture of Legends Arceus, but it's trying to do maybe like completely open world battles, which seems ambitious considering I have very mixed opinions with ZA until I watch it. And it's going to be a bit like the Arceus game, like we spend too much time in that game between us all shiny hunting. We sort of love that one. That was the first thing we did our proper like sessions on, when we were just doing 31 hours in that game, shiny hunting, because we loved the shiny noise basically. I'm going for all the Tapus today seemingly, which is good. New ones, we wanted new things. Yeah, we kind of loved that back in the day. Like, it's amazing that that game's 3 years old now. And we've got all of the potential controversy about what's going to be the difference between the Switch and the Switch 2 one. I almost feel like that's your hello now, Kim, the shiny noise. Just because we're talking about Legends Arceus. But we won't see shiny noises when we do these adventures, sadly. It would be amazing if we did. It is the key sound, but it really does trick people in the right game. Especially, see, when people are playing it and they hear that noise, they think they've got a shiny, because I've been duped with that, watching someone else play Legends Arceus and someone play that noise. And I've just been sat there going, where's that shiny? Especially if it's on water. Never do it over water. That's the cruel one. I forgot to see how many lives we've used, which is a bit bad. Welcome in, boy from Belgium. I'm good. How are you doing? We're on our second run at the moment, and we've done Tapu Lelu and Tapu Koko. Two completely random ones. Not got the best team for this, I don't think, but we work with what was going on. As always, they are open if you do want to join in some. I saw that Corey got the Zekrom shiny yesterday as well. So the main thing I'm taking from it is it is interesting. That's going to be the basic of it. I don't really think we got too much that made me go and want to drop my money and buy it straight away. That's probably the best way I would put it. Okay, we didn't win this one. Never mind. The price is good, and I like the anti-scalper method that they've put in. Let's just check the shinies. Of course, nothing. Continue our trend. But as I said, I like the anti-scalper thing they put in, with the idea that you have to have, or if you have your Nintendo account, you'll have first dibs on pre-ordering. I don't quite know how that works for outside of the Nintendo verse. I believe it's everywhere. It says that on the UK website as well, with all the UK prices. So there's that. I was worried with the upgrade term that they were using, but it looks like for anything I play, it's not going to affect anything. I don't have anything that's going to have an upgrade. So there's that side of it. I'm not really too bothered with. I was a bit curious to see what they were doing, but it's just going to be Scarlet and Violet running a bit smoother, let's be honest. They'll may put a little thing in for PLA, but otherwise nothing much. But at the end of the day, it pretty much sounds like you're just buying Mario Kart for £450. I'll just go with a random one, so it's open and ready for you to join. That's then when it comes to all like the additional stuff, which is a little bit worrying for me. Like, I know I could probably put my camera in the console and do the same stuff. The game chat, I'm not that worried because I've never really played those games online in a chat mode, but I understand why it might be quite good. That's what I think is okay. But otherwise, like, the one reason I'm not like super excited is I still would rather go to someone's house and play Mario Party if I'm going to play it. Like, I'm that old of a gamer that I enjoy the idea of just being with people playing the games and having a laugh rather than it all being solely online. But as I said, Mario Kart, if there's no additions to the Mario, if all the DLC is free, I think Mario Kart thing is about the right price. I know it's like £80. If you get the bundle, it's like 50. But if you get all the DLC and add-ons, it's a decade-long game console. They're not going to release Mario World 2 or something, or Mario Kart World 2 on the Switch 2. So that one makes sense, and the Donkey Kong one seemed a bit cheaper, which goes to about the same as what I would imagine most games being now. Like, what I read, like, I don't do PlayStation or Xbox, but I'm not sure how much a day one release on them is for like the big titles. But even if you go on the Nintendo store now, if you want to buy this game, it's 50 quid, and that's without the DLC. So if it's an extra £10 for a game, it's not as bad as it sounds at the end of the day. But I think I am intrigued by the GameCube though. That's the one thing. The one thing I don't mind about the upgrade is that the Jamboree one has like a big upgrade. I'm just going to cancel this and reopen it. What, for an Xbox game? As in now, if you went to the shop to buy the newest Xbox game, it would cost you £100 now. But at least with the Jamboree, it's got a load of additions to it, which makes sense and is good. But I would like to know what the upgrade price is, because I actually got the Jamboree game. One day we might do it on stream, but I'm rubbish at it. Anyway, the code's back up. The other thing that might be quite fun is to see whether you can actually play Fortnite with a keyboard and mouse, Joy-Con mouse. They didn't really say that you could attach a keyboard, but I imagine you probably can. And the fact that they've made such a big point of the mouse thing, that might be interesting. Yeah, that's why I think Austin John sort of helped me focus on what to think about it when it comes out. It's like, if you want to play Mario Kart day one, then buy the console. If you don't want to play Mario Kart day one, there is no point. And that's leaning more to the Game Pass is leaning more to the digital, isn't it? Which is it's something I discussed, that I don't like digital games, but then I'm also anti streaming services and all of that side of it. I still prefer having a copy of the game, because if I do get bored of it, I can sell it for a little bit of money. So that makes sense to me, because they're sort of advertising the digitals are £8 or £9 cheaper. No, yeah, cheaper than the physicals. But again, when it comes to a lot of it, is they didn't really they tried to do too much in the present. I think they did a lot of, here's every game that's coming out day one, like Cyberpunk, Elden Ring, Final Fantasy VII, etc., and not really tell us what the console can do. So there's that sort of put me off a bit. But there are these tree houses that are apparently going to go into more details. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, the one we were watching didn't break, which was strange. But yeah, we know the future is digital, but it's also bad that it is digital. We we've said about other things, and the fact that everything is so digital now is it's taken away a lot of opportunities for people to have work, because you don't need to go to a game. Like, the best example is Game. We used to go to Game to pick up the game on the day of release and hope that we could go and enjoy ourselves on day one. But now you can just download it and there's no interaction. Yeah, but you've never really, because it's digital, it's almost being ingrained to that's how you've always seen it from day one, when I never had the option of digital. And I'm someone who thinks that we lose a lot of interactions because of everything being online now. Exactly. Game used to be a shop that only sold video games and video consoles, and it was one of the best places in the world. Yeah. And now it's like a pop-up stand in a Sports Direct that is basically a toy shop, and it's horrendous to see. And like, I randomly, because I wanted to get the Jamboree, I was selling some stuff at the CEX, and the money I got for those games, I wanted to buy Jamboree, and the only option from where I was actually a Smith's toy store, and the toy gaming section was the biggest thing. I could see like one of the biggest gaming sections I've seen in years. It's massive in there. There used to be proper, like, in my town, we actually had two in the town centre at one time. We had Game and Game Station, I think it was, maybe Game. Um, but it was such like a joy to just go in. Like the people in there you could meet were gamers. You wouldn't go in there unless you were a gamer. And it was just, it's what makes it difficult to find other people that enjoy games. No worries, no. We're still having our digital debate. It's fun. um, and because everybody was sort of like nowadays, like you have like a fortnight that can let you meet people, and it works. But there's always that disconnect. Like you could play for 4 days with someone and have the best games ever, and then suddenly they can just go disappear, and you don't know what's happened to them because there isn't a, like, your mate. Like say you had a mate in real life, you can't just say what's going on, how are you, etc. And that's what I think the digital world has sort of destroyed. Like when you were sat in a house playing Mario Party and arguing, that was fun. And even like Mario Kart, where you would like sort of cheat and look at their screen to see where they were. Yeah, and that's the other thing. Like a lot of people just sort of throw out copies of games. Like it's, as I said, it's the same with streaming, TV, movies. I will always say that I'm a big um, person that's against the full day release where the whole series comes out day one or on a day. I'm going to redo it one more time and because it was about to finish. But so like if you can sit, like we'll use like The Last of Us is a good example. That comes out once a week. So you can watch an episode, you can digest the episode, you can talk to someone about the episode, and you pick up little things, and then there's that excitement growing in you to see what happens next week. But when it comes to some of the other shows that come out all in one go, you can sit there and go, you watch it. I could watch 4 episodes, you could watch 6 episodes, another person could watch 1 episode, and suddenly you've lost any connect to a conversation with someone about it because you're all over the place within the show. And because that's happened, the shows are not getting digested properly. They're like a flash in the pan. They're popular for a week and then they're gone. I always use one example is a lot of my friends liked Umbrella Academy. Never watched it, but season 4 was coming up, and it was about a month before we went away for a stag do. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to just watch the whole lot, catch up, and then watch season 4 so I can go up on the stag do and have a conversation about this show. And when I got there, no one else had seen it. So we sort of, I spent all the time watching it and they didn't bother themselves. And that's kind of how I feel with like digital games. Like, oh, I do like my Alolan Sand Slash. And with the games, like as I said, the mistake I made was on my PS4 was downloading a lot. I got the remastered Last of Us, I got Red Dead, and I played them for about 2 days at best, and I never went back to them. And because I did all that, we have Psychic, don't we? So let's just see. I imagine Right is slightly better. Okay, Water's better. I knew that. And that's what I mean. Like, it's become a case of with the films and TV, you kind of not watching because you don't need to watch because you feel like there's enough information to fill in the blanks, and like because like a lot of people are quite addicted to their phone screens, it kind of translates into that more as well. Like everyone just wants to do whatever they're doing on their phone screen. Right, there's no point leaving it for you, so I'm just going to make us all stronger physically. I'm just as bad as it. Like, I will have something on and I'll look at my phone or look on the laptop at something and not give it full attention. Like, football's the worst for me at the moment with that as well. I will sit and watch football. Like, I was watching a Merseyside derby last night, but I wasn't like glued to the screen because I could do other stuff at the same time. So suddenly my attention's not interested in the thing I put as my main primary visual because there's other things to do. As I said, with the PS4 I bought so many games downloaded, barely touched them, and then afterwards they just sat there doing nothing. And other games that I've bought previously, I did buy the Quarry physical, didn't enjoy it, took it back, or not took it back, took it to ZX and got like £15 for it, and that came off the next game. So that's why I prefer physical over digital, because at the end of the day I can always get more. Nintendo doesn't really have a package like the Game Pass yet, so we can't really use that as an example for what I'm doing now, which probably explains why some of these games never go down in price, because people are just too addicted to one, if that makes sense. Like, we've seen like with the Pokemon games, like this game here is still £50 on the Nintendo store. It's not changing any day soon either. So that's what I mean. Like, I don't really know whether Nintendo would try that for some of the other games, because most of the time whenever I look at the store quite a lot just to see what's around, not to actually buy, just to see prices, and I see like one example is like all the Lego games are usually down to like £5. I'm not going to buy any of them, but they all go down to £5. It's like, if they had a little pass, they could get a little bit of money for them as such. But at the end of the day, if you were going to spend £5 on a video game, you're not bothered. Like, you get 2 days entertainment out of it, and you spent a fiver. It's nothing compared to what you would spend if you spent £5 at a pub. You'd be going home after half an hour. That's how I sometimes judge games. As long as I get 2 or 3 days entertainment out of them, it's a good investment. Like, that's how I like to think of my gaming world. You manage your time with your money, so if you go to the pub for a full night, you'll probably end up spending £30-40, maybe more, depending on how much you drink. Shouldn't drink too much though. But if that's what you spend on a night out, and then you can reflect that onto your video game time, you're still going to spend the same amount of time. You can have fun. Why is it different when you complain about a video game price? It's a strange method of thinking, but it's worked for me over the years. Well, you'll learn to just take a step back with money and think what you're spending. It's very important that you sort of step back and think. I know it sounds like basic maths, but you just got to think, if you've got £100, where's the best place to invest it? I'm currently going to stick, I think. I think I need to swap before the Alola Marowak, though. I think that was the one after. And that's how I kind of trick. Okay, I may have messed this up, but I have Rock Slide. I have Rock Slide. I thought it was the ghost one further up. But that's how I try to treat it. Like, and that's what I mean. Like, a lot of people say that's too expensive, but then they'll spend um, £200, £300 to go and sit on a beach. Which do you think? Uh, that's how I look at it sometimes. It's like you can't criticise someone for doing it because that's what they like. So if you want to spend £60 on a video game and not go to a beach, then why is it wrong? If that makes sense. Probably not, but it depends. Did you want this one? That's the question, really. If you want to take this, you can take it. I don't mind too much. I'm not, because there is a chance this could be a Latios or a Lati. That's the theory I have. But I think we should try and have this on the team in some way. Well, hopefully the computer might take it. Because of all the psychic types, I'm not weak to any of it. Like what the psychics have, I don't think. It can't be Solgaleo. So I'm quite happy to stick. But if I'm low health, I'll swap. That's just my theory of what we've got that we're going to face. That's my... Because as I said, if it is a Lati, at least I've got the ice move at the end. But then there is a lot of psychic types in this. This is one of the hardest ones to get a random for. But hopefully we can get like a full team today. Like, I would like to try one with a full team of 4 at some point today. Then what time are you thinking of going live today, or how many hours from now? No, in our luck it'll be Mesperit. That'll be the one that'll be funniest. And then we want the ghost, or what is the electric? No, don't want the electric. Nope. I was just seeing whether it was a Boltland or something with Crunch. I was hoping we could get lucky. No. Mr. Mime swaps to a normal Linoon. Okay, not terrible, I guess. Probably a bit... It's a mixed bag, I guess, because the helping hand was nice. This is one shiny we have already, so we're not too worried. And all good, Shadow Claw's helpful. It may just end up being Lunala, if all we know. So, again, like, because I'm picking random at the moment, I don't really know what we're facing. Of course we miss. I feel like I'm just here to make up the numbers again. My team have been constantly letting me down. But the good thing is the fire is weaker. Did you do a lot of DAs yesterday with Corey, or was it more that you saw his clip afterwards? I know it was on quite late for me anyway. Like 1 o'clock in the morning, I think he got it. No worries, Kim. We got an easy W, I think. Yes, I don't think have we lost a life yet? Yeah, I think it can't be. It can't be um, Solgaleo or Necrozma. Um, I think it can't be one of the Latios, but I can't remember one of the Latios, but I can't remember which one. Remember, this is a shield save, so it should be based on my hosting. Very nice. Doesn't even have a ghost move. What sort of fake Pokemon is this? It's not the worst because it's got a bug move, I guess. Is the computer smart enough to do this? That's going to be the question. Hello, Cheerio. Welcome in. How are you today? Something new and something relatively easy to beat. I'm going to let you Dynamax. Because you've got the ghost move. Not much point me doing it because all my best moves are going to cause more damage. Oh, we got like max hailstorm and everything. That's good. I'm doing well, thank you. Just trying to do some of these. This is the third run we've done so far. We've won one, we've lost one, and I would like to think we'll probably win this one. If I'm honest, might be wrong, but it might be worth it. So, yes, as we said, like this should do a lot of damage. Now that it's faster than me, I might as well just do Avalanche anyway. The rest of you should do the work, and I'll just pick up the scraps like normal. I don't know whether it's a fortnight day today, Shirio, and everyone will be joining that later. I lose track of the days. Ooh, that's nice. But the Minecraft movie is out tomorrow. I don't know if you're going to see that. I know that you play a lot of the Minecraft. For some reason, I do want to see it, but I don't know if I want to see it knowing that the kids break up tomorrow. That's another win, so good luck with the shinies. Well, that's good. We tend to get most on the Friday. Like, I'm already planning on seeing Death of a Unicorn, so yes, whether I did 2 or not tomorrow. I get so confused with the release dates because sometimes it's a worldwide one, sometimes we get it first, sometimes America gets it first. But let's check our shiny friends. Nope. And that's the one we would like, the Marowak. And nothing for me. That's no good. No shinies for me. Right. We're not going to keep that one because it's an easy one. Let's see what you've got for us today. Tapu Koko. I've already done that one today. Not doing that again. You happy to do another random one? Or anything you really want to try for today? Well, we know my list isn't the best. I could do one round of Landorus, yeah. You're determined to get that Landorus, aren't you? Is Landorus a version exclusive, or is that the one that's on both? I always forget which is which. Or is it one of the Thunderous and Tornadus that are exclusive to one or the other? But at least we know what we need here. Ice, water, pretty much it. That's what I thought it one was each way round, but I could never remember which one. Well, I don't want to take Sneasel, but I guess I got to. What's the best route? Water? That's a Nido Queen, isn't it? Or is it a Nido King? There's an ice in the top right. I don't know if you want to try and get the Nido King. Water first? Okay. This thing hits like a tank, I remember that much. I don't know whether to risk swapping this out, to be honest. I know I've got the triple axle, but I'm also made of paper. And this thing is horrible to fight. Mind you, so's Vaporeon. Well, okay, we'll just have to hit it hard. I know I should keep it. It's more that we don't have the best team to fight everything we've got coming up. That's more what I'm worried about. Because we know that, well, we've got nothing that's really strong against water. Oh, does it have? It's a physical attacker, so I could have used, if it was special, I could have used Snarl to mess with it even more. Okay, you go and hide. Because we know Vaporeon is like a bulk machine. I'm just going to be saving up the triple axles for the end, really, aren't I? But we'll see how well it goes. We know it can go badly, and it can go really well. So we don't really mind. But let's see. I could see it going badly. It could go really well. But the other thing I am interested in with the Direct is the GameCube. If the Colosseum Gate of Darkness was out day one, I would have been more leaning towards getting it day one just for that. But if it's, as it sort of says, in the future, it's not really worth it to wait that long. And might as well just deal with waiting. But I won't be getting the GameCube controller even if I do. Knowing me, I'll probably get them, download them and not like them because I'm one of the more lazier gamers now. I don't like to read. I like the voiceover work. Which is probably why I've been drawn towards the Dragon Quest games. Just the bad accents, but it still is a lot easier. Right. Crawdon. Is your plan to swap eventually in this run for the ice, or have you got an ice move? I forgot to see what you had. Let's see. Oh, I always thought it had an ice move, so that's what it was. But it seemed easy enough. Like, hopefully something like the Swoobat might swap. Okay, well they're both They both kind of need to swap before the ice one, don't they? That's not the worst thing to see, let's be honest. Now, on to the next bulky thing. I'm assuming I should maybe go for snow on this, just to... Well, actually, it doesn't matter. I'm going to just... let's see. What do you have? You don't have much. What do I do with this? I forget. Special defense. Yeah. I'm going to use this one because I've got more of them. So hopefully I can help make it weaker so we can hit it harder. I do need to start looking at, like, I was going to try and find proper outfits, but I couldn't be bothered. But I also want to maybe put some more general Pokemon music in the background rather than have what we have with this game music. Because we would love to get more of these. We would love to be a lot busier. Like, as we said, my goal was to actually hit 100 follows by the end of April, so I think we should make that. I was going to put this really ambitious goal of, like, if we hit 500 follows, I will get the Switch 2 on the day of release or something silly like that. But that was a very ambitious idea to put out there. Yeah, as I said, are you planning on swapping to the Vanilla-ish at the end, or you wanted to go for a Vaporeon or Friend before it? Technically, we want the Swoobat to take this, don't we? I think. Just because of how weak it is to ice. And to everything, seemingly. It's made of paper. I swear I should have been weakening its special with this move, but it doesn't seem to have done much. No, it's defense, wasn't it? We were weakening, not attack. And the good thing is I can't get a shiny Sneasel from this, because I've had way too many shiny Sneasels. And I don't want any more. Ever again. Unless I do my ice challenge. If we do the ice challenge, I don't mind. That'll be fine. But let's see how well this goes. I almost forgot what we were facing, but it's Landorus, isn't it? Okay. Boom. There we go. We only lost one. But we still have one more to do, and I'm getting very weak. But I don't think the Vanilla can hit us very hard. Let's just... continue my notes. It has Weather Ball, so that's very good for somebody to have if I can get my max Hellstorm up. So hopefully one of the computers takes this, unless you do want it. We'll see. But as we said, we're going to just cruise through these, I believe. Or we get some hills. That is good. No one took the Vaporeon. The computer's stupid. We've got to cook this quickly, or we're going to struggle. We're really going to struggle. And we've just gone into ads. That's fine. I know I'm not taking this one. It's not going to be my Dynamax because I just Dynamaxed. Let's see how this one goes. Hopefully we can hit this hard. And see what's going on with it all. It is very determined to change its ability, isn't it? But we wouldn't mind a giant ice cream cone. It would be a funny addition, especially for our shiny collection. Oh, the Crawdon does hit hard. Oh. The problem is, I want to use that, but there's no help at all. Okay, another big hit. Are we going to finish this, or are we going to take a hit? They're going for me? That's dead. That's not even a question, that's dead. Doesn't matter. I think that's 2 lives down, right? Which is not great, but it'll do. But we'll keep going, like we know where we're going. See, away from all of this, I've had to deal with someone annoyingly calling me a scammer, of all things, which has been fun. They arranged to do a sponsored post, and we did it, and I accidentally gave the wrong email address and asked if they could swap it because the email address was not even a real email address, and they said no, the payment's gone through, it's your fault. And I turned around and said, well then I'll take the ad down because you're paying me through PayPal, you can claim your money back on PayPal. And they said no, we're not going to do anything. It's tough, it's your fault. So yeah, been still arguing with that person, and now they're claiming to try and sabotage the reputation of the website. Now, I feel like Boy from Belgium has stepped away for a moment. I thought they wanted vanillish, but I might be wrong. Are we still there? Fair enough. I wasn't sure if you were still on the move. Which ones are you trying to sell? I've got to just go for this just to make sure I can hit it once. Hopefully I can Dynamax the next turn and use my ice move. Get some help. Because no in our luck we'll miss these moves. Okay, well that hurt. Got 2 crits on us as well. I don't really want a Dynamax now, I'm scared. But I did get the triple hit with the ice move. And that was huge. And we have 2 flinches and a swords dance. Great. Theoretically, I should Dynamax just because I can guarantee hitting. But if I miss, if he hits me, I'm dead whatever happens. But we're not going to get another Dynamax because it's going to be like 3 before it gets to you anyway. And hopefully we could give the Vanillish a chance to hit its Blizzard. That's the crazy theory here. It might work. We don't know. We'll find out very soon. Is this a good idea? No. Was it not going for me? Okay, that's okay. That goes for you. You can eat that. I was worried it was going straight for me. I think because the clock's changed, it makes it even later for Corey to join us on any of these as well. Okay, what's that? Earthquake. Well, I'm definitely dead. So's that. I think that's it. We're going to lose. I think we have lost. I'm pretty sure the Swoobat died at least once on the way here. Fair enough. Yeah, well, good luck with these 3 shinies. You never know. We might get a shiny ice cream. I didn't get a shiny ice cream. But you might get a shiny ice cream. I don't want to keep that one. No. Are you changing what you've got for me? Cresselia, shall I do a Cresselia one? We could try that one more time then. And then maybe do another random one. Unless somebody else brings a completely new one to the table for us. I might as well see what she's offering between each one, see if it's something I haven't done. If I had gone on my sword save, I could have done Xerneas today. Just one of the Xerneas and Kirim are my 2 on there that I haven't touched yet on any DAs. So, as we said, we'll do a Landorus. One more Landorus. Then we'll go back to our crazed random ones unless somebody new comes in. Because as you say, you've got your shinies to get in a few different locations at the moment. So it's a bit more difficult to make you do all of the ones that you've got saved or got shiny. Or Mesprit. As we said, I might try today to do the double session. Purely because I couldn't do it yesterday. I forgot that I had to do a showdown battle. And then we got the times mixed up, so I could have done one because for some reason UK is not GMT time. Which confused me even more. Right. This looks like a pretty horrible run, but we've got to probably go left. Yeah, I think left is best. Because the bug's like a charger bug. I don't really have anything if we face a dark type though. This wasn't like my best pick. I may take this if you don't want it. Now if I could trust the computer I would use instruct on the croc. I even feel like trying to use instruct on the crocodile. So I think it's going to go physical, and hopefully it goes Darkest Lariat. I think that's how instruct works. I probably got it wrong. I know it's a funky thing where you sort of get it to do the move again, but I'm pretty slow and it's pretty fast. Well, I might be sabotaging the run already. We'll see how this works. Are you thinking of taking yours all the way to the final, or are you looking at something else? So I believe if I use instruct here, it will then use Darkest Lariat again. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I'm actually going to keep this, I think. Like, because if you get the ice thing, we'll get the double ice hit if I take this. This might be a good play. Because we know I'm slow. And if I am faster than what you've got, I could just light screen first time, maybe. Yeah, I think this will work. This seems like a sensible choice for us. So we'll stick with it. Yeah, there's not much I can do with this. And like the crocodile will be relatively good against the Landorus. But we need Poppy to swap rarely. Of course it's the other way around. Oh dear. Like, we should definitely go left, I think. Because if the computer takes the toxicity, it's useless. That's, again, thinking here. I'm remembering what's good and bad. And I could actually attack this one. For once. We've got 2 sidekicks, so that should hit pretty hard. I can actually Dynamax here, I believe. I think we only did 1 go in the first round, didn't we? So that helps too. So let's go with that plan. We will stronger. They're both the same. Doesn't make too much difference. We'll just do 1 of each if I have to do 2 goes. The only thing that's a slight worry... No, we got rid of the crocodile, didn't we? So nothing's really weak to this. That's good. It's so okay in the final, I guess. It's probably more effective damage-wise than the Garvantula. As we know, the Garvantula's not going to do much. But we'll see, how does the big Oranguru do? This big bulky thing with the old psychic normal typing to prevent the ghosts hurting it. Electro Ball. We know Sigilif's faster than me, so that'll probably go, hopefully for Psychic, not Rain Dance. That hurt the electric type a lot. Mind you, I think water should be strong against bugs. big hit from me, and hopefully from Sigilif too. And that was a crit. Okay. Or I must have missed Sigilif's move. Okay. Not paying attention again. Keeps happening. Let's see. Can we wipe this one out in this go? Or are we going to have to avoid one more round to see whether we can eliminate this threat? And then we can get back to a few more completely random ones for a little bit longer. I'm aiming to my goal to get everything at least once. When I look at my list, there's still tons missing. I probably should have taken the Cresselia line for me to do later on my own. Just because, well, I don't know, I'm still doing some offline on my own, as long as I record them in case I get the shiny reaction. But I know a lot of people don't need Cresselia. And I think I should just take the routes that I need to at least do one run on. So if I look at my list, it's Moltres, Mewtwo, Entei, Suicune, Lugia, Kyogre, Thundurus, Landorus, Yveltal, Tapu Bulu, Lunala, and Xurkitree, along with Tapu Lelu, Tapu Cuckoo, and Azelf. So I've done 15 of the 47 so far, I believe. So we're a little way off where we need to be, but we're still within the reach we need to get what we want. So that's a big thing, really. Like, we didn't want to be sat there looking at it and going, with a week to go, I still need to do 20 or something. Like, this is day 3. We have done a total of 26 DAs and we've seen 15 different things. Part of this is because I joined someone else who was doing a targeted hunt, which was fine, I don't mind. Like, we were still shiny hunting. That's the key thing. And the rest is more, we've done a lot of Landorus, Suicune's come up a lot, Kyogre's come up a couple of times. So it's, even with the random ones, we're getting repeats. Now I believe we want Ice to finish this off. I'm hoping Tentacruel swapping to Phalanx. Not great, but it is good against the ice. No, ice, I said ice. And hopefully with this we can get something that's super effective. You want me to switch into this? My theory would be that I could do that instruct move and then we could get the double ice move. That's what I'm thinking though with this. Because if you did take this and you could Dynamax, and then I will be able to do that instruct so you can get 2 max Hailstorms. That's like the crazy fear. I can't do anything to it right now, which is the bad thing, and I'm hoping Phalanx does a fighting move. That's my hope. I pray it works. Because I'm not sure what else is really great. Like, part of me would even prefer the Phalanx to take it, but Triple Axle is so yes or no hitting. I don't want to risk the computer having it. I'm hoping we can be on your Dynamax turn. Because the problem is no one can really do much here. Up me, and I think the Sigilif's pretty useless in this battle. And you had, well, I guess it gets to Sword Dance again. Oh dear. So please just attack, you stupid computer. you'll one-shot it now for sure, because you're the only person that can do anything to this. All I can do is light screen right now. So Poppy, don't let us down. Just because you went on to become an Elite 4 member in Galea. In Paldea even. Oh, you've had a still move. Good luck with that. I'm hoping they will. And then you'll be sat there going, well, that's the Switch 2 paid for. Yes, as we said, I think it might be your Dynamax turn this go as well. But does Instruct work on Dynamax? That's the bigger question. I think it does. But you've also got to tank a Rock Slide. Good luck with that though. You found somewhere now. Well, I know you've been saying you've been looking around. Hopefully you found somewhere. Fair enough. Like, as I say, I probably should try to list all of my base set Pokemon cards that will probably complete the Switch 2 fund. I'm currently at 200 of things I've sold for it. So I'm hoping, like, the thing is I can go and buy it, it's not a problem, but I was hoping I could just try to fund it with things I'm moving out of stuff. Is it your Dynamax? Then are you still going to go for triple axle? I hope you do. Because then theoretically, we saw how much even just plain triple axle did, so I'm hoping this could do double the amount. And then we'll find out the hard way if it doesn't work for Instruct on Dynamax moves. I guess that's the way to look at it. Because you should be the fastest of our team. And we saw that I could just about handle one. So, kind of hope we could handle two. How much did that do? I missed it again. Sigilif dodge, that's the one that needed to dodge the most, probably. You survived relatively smoothly. No, you had kept the ice. I wonder if this does work, does it take away one of your Dynamax turns, or whether you could technically get 6? No, so you can't use it on a Dynamax move. Great. So I will just go for Psychic. Because there's nothing the others can do to really help here. Just dodge. And at least if it uses Earthquake, Sigilif's safe. That's a big thing. Which it will, but I think you should survive an Earthquake, shouldn't you? As long as you survive, that's okay. You didn't. That did more than Rock Slide. I don't understand moves. I thought you might have resisted that more. Okay, I don't think we lost a life on the way through though. I can never remember the text either, what they mean. I've got a Psychic to come, so, and that defense drop has probably won us the match. Perfect. So GG and good luck with the shiny. Hopefully we can get one of those two ready for you. And we're nearly at officially 100 things caught. If we did the next run, I believe it might be the one before the legendary will be the 100th capture. So that's the fingers crossed idea here. Will it pay off, or will we be doing just the basics and missing out again? I also spent most of the morning. Oh, let's just check the shinies, then we'll go through that story. No to the Sigilyph. And no to the Landorus. So I spent most of my morning making my very short, not brilliantly edited, but basic TCG pack openings to go up on TikTok and YouTube Shorts. What have you got? Zekrom? Do you want to do a Zekrom? I haven't done one of them yet. I might just ask her between each one what she's got and just do what's there. Shall we have a go at this, or is this too difficult for a two-person task? I'll take it. Okay, we'll get rid of... I know someone else has Sweet Coon, so I'll get rid of that. Let's do Zekrom then. This seems like a good idea, asking her what she's got, and then whatever she's got we can do. Like, I'm not going to spend this ore on anything else, am I? Let's be honest. So... we only really want, what, ground and ice for this one? Or... so we will probably have ads on the second battle. Ground Ice Fairy. But we'll probably hopefully have the route set up by the time we get there. Now I'm tempted to take this just for getting there. I'm not going to keep it, but I'm just going to use it for the first battles because there's nothing much there. So basically I'm just going to do a bit of healing and stuff like that. We've got a pretty dreadful selection there. I don't think any of us wanted any of those things. The Mr. Mime, I guess, is the first pick. But we need to check the rest. Not ideal. What's the dark? That's another Sneasel on the right. So do you think maybe... right? Yeah, because that's a ground. That's a ground still, isn't it? Didn't even see that. I think it's ground still. Oops. I don't get why it doesn't go where you click it if you click left and I don't click anywhere. Like, it says 1 to 0, 0, 0, so it should go to that choice. I'm very confused. Right. What did you have? Check the moves, check the moves. Thunder. So you're not good in this battle, so I might as well just Dynamax. 4 Giga Drains. No, I should have done the butterfly move. Guess then I could have confused, slapped or poisoned it or something, couldn't I? And I think you're guaranteed to give it a status, aren't we? I only picked this way because I saw the Sneasel at the top for the ice moves. Everything I saw on the left didn't seem that good after the Mr. Mime. That was my thinking. And I thought it would be good to get at least one ground type. And now it's a grass type, okay. Does it change every hit it takes? I did not know that was a move. Oh. So I could go for the butterfly move now. That could help. Fair enough. Oh, I want to use this, don't I, really? because I can, as we say, we can do a status to it. Hopefully it's sleep. Would be nice if it was sleep. Paralyzed is not the worst. And Clefairy, I'm just going to heal. Okay. That's not terrible, I guess. And it hit the Paralyze, which is great. I think the butterfly move will hit one more time. Now, theoretically, I probably should take this now. I think it's the best option. I'm going to go very slow just to confirm that it'll be best for me to take. Because we happen to fall into the ads right before we get to the catching bit. So let's stick and wait. Just so I don't go, I want it, when Boy from Belgium wants it. We should be just wrapping up now. Yeah, so should I be taking this, or is this something you want to take yourself? I know I need to take something eventually, and we have the steel types, which will be very helpful against the ice type at the top. That's one of my theories. Sometimes I wish you could actually see the path. Because that'll be no good against ice. And I think we'd rather keep the fairy and the steel for that battle. So I'm going to say yes. Yes, even if you take the Sneasel at the end, I feel like the best bet would be that you take the Sneasel, but your ice move is going to be the big hitter, isn't it? The normal one, because the Porygon sometimes has ice and electric, doesn't it? That's what I remember. Somehow I'm going to pick the complete wrong path all the way down, aren't I? Right. We'll take that then. And we can hope the computer takes this, or Arthur takes this more noticeably. And then you can take the Sneasel. That's my guess. Unless you take this and we let them roll the dice on the last one between the two of them. But I think this could be very helpful with the Blizzard. I think it has Blizzard. I get confused with the Porygons as well. Metal sound, seem sense. No, because you're all physicals, aren't you? Oh, just foul play. Just hit it. Just do damage. That'll be sensible, right? Let's just do damage. It's been surprisingly quiet for today's session on here. The last couple of DAs have been very, very busy. But somewhere along the line, I've never really managed to put together a full team on our sessions, have we? That's why I think I'll probably be coming back a bit later for another one. Now I've got a complete brief. Now I don't really want to watch the football, do I? Or do I want to do some bingo hunting? Hyper beam onto you, and we dodge in hyper beams. Probably doesn't have to. I just use both moves. Does that make too much difference, does it? We know it's got download, not levitate. For some reason I thought it could have levitate. Fair enough. I might do a random solo one. Well, again, I'll see what the computer's offering me. Were you planning on doing a session today on D8 or Mario again or something else? Or are you going to have another day off? And is that about just over an hour away, your plan for that one? Yeah, so this has Ice Beam, so this would be quite good for someone to take. Probably not me, because I've got something I can hit with. But hopefully someone will take it. Clefairy wants it. And then you get the... What is it you get? You get the Sneasel. Then we have 2 ice, ground, and Arthur's just here to make up the numbers. But it would, as I said, what I might do is see what Fiona has and just go through all of hers. I might be able to fly through some of the ones I haven't really had. I'll do 1 Earth Power, why not? It's me hosting this, isn't it? So we're in kind of the worst place for the Dynamaxing. But it's not a problem if I Dynamax, is it really? So... what's happened? OBS decided to disconnect. That was nice of it. Has this come back to life? It has returned. Sorry about that. I don't really know why it did that. That's not normal. It hasn't done that before. Good, I get the update for the Dynamax for OBS, and that's when it plays up more. Right, let's see how well this goes. I'm hoping for a smoother battle. It would be funny if one of us get the Zekrom as well today. I believe we're at max lives. I think. I could be wrong. Big. Right. Your physical. Okay. Let's just do that one first. Let's continue just hitting it hard. What's that weaken? Attack. Great. As we say, I don't really know what happened with OBS then. It decided, nope, it's going to freeze everything. But it seems to be back and working again. Now, we'll probably Dynamax just for the max quakes. Might as well go for the big hits while we can. I'm hoping Porygon uses some ice beams, and we can get some big hits off on that way. But so far, we are in a bit of a mixed position. Like, we've got a couple of weaker team members at the moment. Only gets to 2. That's not fair. That's not a triple axle. And if that's all it wants to do, nobody roar, it can. Now, Ice Beam, please. Okay, it's me first, then Ice Beam. We've upped our defense, but did that just miss an Ice Beam? Oh, well, I missed Hyper Beam, wasn't it? Doing Hyper Beam. Please, for the triple axle, not just double. That's better. Not lying to us this time. Dragon move. Porygon's not the worst because it's pretty weak, but it does have... I just hope it starts using that Ice Beam. It's a shame that Sneasel's made of paper. Just please use Ice Beam, computer. Please. We might actually win this turn. Would be helpful if we did. Yes, so that's a nice... It didn't use Ice Beam, but it used Hyper Beam. Good luck with the shiny. As I said, it would be very funny if one of us got this straight after Corey. Thanks for joining in, and as I say, good luck with the shinies. Hopefully you might get one to finish this session with. I'm going to go and do some completely random ones, I think. Because that actually marks 101 things caught. No, and no. Sadly, nothing for me. And nothing for you. So you're still winning for the month. I'm not going to save that, so I don't mind. I've done it once now. Zygarde. Okay, we're not going to take that one. I know enough people with a Zygarde run for me, so we'll save that for a later date. Right, this time I'm just going to do anything and see what I get. I'm kind of at that stage where I'm going to get a lot of random stuff that we haven't seen yet, so let's hope it's great. Not with this starting lineup, though. It's not great. That's a random team, to say the least. Very random team. What do we get? Flying. Okay, so it looks like I'm sticking this one out. What do we have? Nothing too good. Nothing very good at all. But I'm going to have to go left. No, actually. Yeah, left's going to have to do. It's not a great selection here. I feel like we're going to just run into things we've already seen. Okay. Dark. Not the best for me, again. And the drought's not going to make this easy. And of course I get the Dynamax when I can't do much. Let's just go for the... What am I better at? Am I a better special attacker or physical attacker? I'm slightly better normal attack, okay. Makes that little difference, I think. So I want to do this one. It's not going to be enough to knock it out, but it's also not going to be helpful in the sun. But I don't want to use the ice moves yet, just because we got flying at the end. But you never know with this, I could get anything right. And the camera froze as well. This has been a very technically bad one. Everything that could go wrong has gone wrong on this one. Now, how do I reset the camera? Oh, it looks like we're back. Is the camera back alive? That's better. The camera has returned. Well, this one's turned into a right mess. First OBS crashed, then the camera crashed. Next I'll find out the mic hasn't been working either. Hopefully it's still working. Yeah, it sounds like it is. Sorry for the echo, but I have to check everything now because the game decided it didn't like me. This does more. Target less. Okay, so yeah, we'll do right. It's probably the first session of full-blown technical problems I've had while I've been doing one of these. Not gonna lie, it's probably a hint to say stop after this one and come back later. Yeah, well, hey, it happened, right? You're gonna have days where things aren't gonna click. So this has been a bit more surprising because we've generally done relatively well in this game. Whenever we've played this, it's generally had like a bigger audience, but for some reason it's quite quiet today. But never mind, right? It's all kind of hit or miss, right? You know yourself from everyone else who does this sort of thing that you're going to have days where you're going to have good numbers and bad numbers. What are we facing? A flying type, so I'm happy to stick. That's... what was that? That's a Charmeleon, and I have water, but I am ice. Or we have Crawdont. Right, I think we'll go for fire because Charmeleon will be easier to beat. That's the theory I'm going with. And I can get items and berries to heal up. Right, don't have the best... weakless policy might be quite fun. Just for this battle anyway. Not going to be great for the final. But as we say, like my new plan is I'm still going to do a few of these offline, so I might stop after this one and then do them offline for a little while, see what we find. Or probably join Boy from Belgium for a couple. Right. I will just dive. Just hide, because it may come after me. May try and do a fire move on me. Okay. The other side that's nice from when you play on your own is you can switch all the animations off, and with all the animations off, well, the key thing to note is that the battles are a lot quicker. And this is actually how we got the Larios. The other positive thing with this is if it does turn out to be Ho-Ho or Moltres, I have the water back up. So at the moment I'm more than likely going to just stick with what I've got. We can now go for the brine because it should do a lot more damage. I hope. Because of how little its HP is. No? Okay, well, I'm dead. That's one life lost, I think. Can't say for sure. One little bump. Actually, no, the solar power will kill it. That's good. So that went relatively smooth. It means I'm full HP for the next battle. Not sure what we're going for, to be honest. We've got a flying type at the end, so I've got to just see if I can work out what we're facing. So when the Switch 2 does come out, it means I will probably have to upgrade to the next level up in the Nintendo Switch Online, which has a bit of a mixed bag problem for me because it is going to be more a month. So the bug is not much help. I'm not really thinking of taking the bug. I was just seeing if I could figure out what they were. I can't figure out. That's an Absol, I think, so we'll see what this is like. But the bug's pointless against the flying, so even if it does turn out to be a psychic flying, it's not worth it. An Absol might be great if it does turn out to be like a Lugia. So there is that. It might be another case of me hiding underground. I'm tempted to try Swagger, I know how stupid it is, but just hide underground, please. And it missed. It hit Charmeleon, so that's another death to the team. Because why not? We might not even make the final. It'd be quite bad. Very bad. If you don't make the final, it's very, very bad. And we missed all of our moves this round. That is ridiculous. Okay, so it randomly went for me, and I'm not sure why. Oh, okay, that's acceptable. It's missed an attack. Fine. Charmeleon is back. I can Dynamax. I don't want to Dynamax. I think I kind of need to. No, I'm going to use an Ice Beam, try and freeze it. If I Dynamax, I'm completely useless for the end. Just stop. Why has it got such bad fire moves? I think we have one life, or we've lost already. We have one life going into the final then. Freeze. Okay. Freeze. We've just got to go for this, really. It's all I can really hope for. Because this has just been a dreadful run. Absolutely dreadful. All I know is that it's a flying type. And I've got to remember all of the fire moves are missing, even in sunny conditions. Charmeleon's going to endure this one, is it? Okay. I'm going to go for Brian because it might do more for the health now. We finally had it miss, which is good. All it wants to do is smoke screen. You're the one that set the sun up. Right, Brian again. Now it should hit a bit harder without the sun up. Inferno missed. No, it actually hit this time. And burn, that's big. We did survive, so we're going to make it to the final. At least. That's the big thing. Let's make it there. But I don't think we're winning in any chance of winning this one. Just feels like a bad decision, really. But this is the point. Like, these are fun, but sometimes you're going to have really mixed bags of what you're going to face. So that's kind of where we're at. We're at a mixed bag. Bad, we have a blizzard here, so I'm hoping someone takes it. Lovely. And unless this turns out to be Lugia, that's a great move. But what do we got? We have Moltres. Okay, we've had a Moltres already, but it's not the worst. And I think we should be close to my Dynamax, if not on it. And that's not good. Yes, it is my Dynamax, so I can go straight into a Max Geyser. Get rid of the sun, but I don't think we win here. I don't think there's a chance. As we said, we're on 1 life. I think I'm technically classed as weak to fire, even though I am water, but I'm ice as well. Yeah, it's just going to hit hard, whatever it does. It is a legendary for a reason. Okay, wing attack does like half. Wow. Night Slash, okay. Yes, once I've done 1 Max Geyser, they'll bring up the range, so the next one should be a bit stronger. I don't know if it's going to probably want to just keep doing that. So I can only do it 1 more time, and I've got to go to the other move. Did that survive 2 wing attacks? No, I got a crit. Of course, I got a crit. Never mind. That was a bad run. Really bad run. But we'll check our shinies. I'm kind of happy it wasn't Stun Tank. The Absol would have been nice, even though it's a couple of days late for my last challenge. But yeah, it's fine. It happens. Let's see what she has for us. Nah, we've already done a Moltres. What else do you have? Tapu Fini. I haven't done a Tapu Fini, so I might take that one. Might do that next. Do that. Take it. We'll have a look. Did we get the Tapu Fini? Yes. As I say, once I've done 1 of each, I'm just going to delete them. Not so much delete them. We're just going to play. Nobody else is here to want to join these. Right, Fairy Water. So Blossom is a good choice. I would like maybe Electric or Poison to join our team. Let's go for adventure number 8 for the day. And again, remember, we're playing solo at the moment, so we're going to fly through them a bit faster. Right, I'm tempted to go for that electric, but I've got 2 things weak to it. Normal Ghost is not the worst. What else do we have? We don't really have much good here. I'm just going to go normal. I can't risk the electric with my 2 weak things. Because it won't be me taking it, it will be the computer. This thing does take a while to knock out. It does also have an ice move. So we'll see how well this one goes. I'm hoping Crawdon can do most of the work here. You know what, I might even just do this. Because Crawdon usually hits like an absolute tank. I'm just going to help in hand the Crawdon. But it'll probably Sword Stance though, in my luck. That's a good start. Yes, I knew it would reflect. Please do an attack, Crawdon. Okay, that's good enough. That is good enough. We'll do it again. We'll go again. It's probably not my best strategy, but it's going to work. Right, that's the theory. No, big blizzard, not okay. That should help if we get... Oh no, it used sword stance. But it didn't attack me. So I might just do a Giga Drain just to get a little bit of health. Because now it looks like we haven't lost the life on this one. Now I don't want to take this. That's the main thing. We want to keep what we've got. Hopefully we can find some berries on the way. But it's going to be a rough one for me. But the main thing is we have all our lives. So I'm going to write down Tapu Fini. So that means I've done all the Tapus. It's sort of one of the more difficult ones, because when you see fairy it could be any of them. I might do something really simple and just keep going until we find nothing new from the lady. A bit like how I did the mass outbreaks, go until there isn't one. Now the rock one would be quite good because there is a grass move on it. I think we've all got something good against this, but I think I'm just going to go for the ghost. We've got dark moves, ice moves, and yeah, I just want the berries really to get me back in the game. I feel a little bit exposed with how weak our team is at the moment. I forgot what my other move was, but I think I may have had... No, it's a fairy move I've got, isn't it? Fairy and... Right. So my plan will be to do what we did last time and do this on Crawdon, because I think it'll go for Lash Out. Really think it wants to go for Lash Out. And if it does, I think it will do about half. Yeah, the blizzard was too difficult to risk, to be honest. That's not nice. Yeah, that was why I did this move. Now I will probably Dynamax just to hit it hard. I think that makes the most sense. But it is a bit frustrating that this is number 8 and we've won 4 so far. Not quite my best average, but okay, it happens. These can, like, the wrong path, you get completely screwed over. Hopefully we knock it out. Okay, we've got to rely on Crawdon to do the last bit of damage. Hopefully a Lash Out will just finish it. Good. We beat the Trevenant. That one went smooth because it hit very hard. As we said, it's not like the best run for the Tapu. So we've got to just be careful what we bump into along the way. And the other thing, as we said, we may just do another little session a bit later. Like, try and do the evening session tonight. I would like one of them. Yeah, that's probably the best pick for it. Right, there are berries after the water. It's going to have to go for the water. We've got 2 grass type moves, so we should be okay with this. I'm hoping I can Dynamax in the final first move. Ooh. No, it's not. It doesn't have any moves, does it? It seems like it would be a good thing to have, but it's not. So we'll just do straight up Giga Drains. I think what's really good is, like, toxic, isn't it? Might have counter, I guess. I forgot because I used it myself in a battle a couple of rounds ago. Yeah, so it's got like taunt and stuff. I do have to be careful not to use all of these. That's good. That gives Trevenant some more health. We'll get it next turn, I think. Okay, it's not going to hit anyone. Yeah, so we've won this one. That was a much smoother one to face. Getting to the final anyway. Yep, lovely. That's got to be one of my favourite quick wins. The only scary thing is that ability. But now we know we've got Tapu Fini. As I said, I think we have all our lives. We have all our lives. That's great. It really is. But we'll see. We could have nothing. We could have one or two. I can't remember. The other thing I wish I could do is get some of these Ultra Beasts at the moment. Like, of the Ultra Beasts, I only face circuitry. And I know a lot of people have got a lot already done. Of the ones I've seen, I think there's only a couple that I know people have. So I might have to just roll the dice and see what random people are playing. But we're on Tapu Fini, and I believe it's my go first. And of course, we'll go straight for the Dynamax. I just realised Craggle swapped out, which I guess if it does poison, it's not bad. As long as it goes for toxic straight away, that will be good. And then it can start using that Venom Drench and just weaken it right down for us. That would be really good. It's probably the first time I've used Blossom in this way before as well. Okay, so we're all max health, so that's barely going to touch anyone. A Reflect, okay. So I'm hoping Trevor will start using Corn Leech next turn. And Puku Muku will use Toxic. Okay, of course it didn't do anything helpful. Never mind. That's the theory, right? Never mind. The thing is, I'm going to have Giga Drain next turn, so, well, when we go back down to normal size. Trick Room. Don't know if that's helpful or not. I'm not really sure how fast Tapu Fini is. That's what you should have done first, huh? Okay, so we do get all our moves first, so it is a good move. Surf on all of us shouldn't do much at all. We've got two water types and grass types. So the Tapus are nice to face. They're much weaker. Yeah. I think I shrink now, but I got Giga Drain, so now I can actually get health back. And I'm hoping now Pupu Muku will do that Venom Drench move. And then do the stat changes. But we don't need to worry too much if it did or didn't. We got the relatively quick W. Probably with the healthiest end squad I've seen in a long time. But Tapu Fini's one that's not terrible to go for. So we'll see what... We'll check our shinies and then see what Fiona has for us. Fiona? I think, I don't know. As we said, we might come back and do some more later, but we may just be joining other people doing some. I was surprised it didn't do better. It's strange because the last couple of days have been two of our best stream numbers, but today's been one of our worst. And of course, no shiny for us. And yeah, just to see the sudden drop is very strange. But as we've also said, it's not the best time for everyone. Oh, got some stuff off her. Nothing this time. Okay, well she has nothing for me, so I'm going to save up and come off for a while. Like, it's been very quiet today, as we say. So we may come back a bit later. But thank you for everyone who joined in. And sadly, we got no shinies yet. I'm going to do some more offline anyway, so we'll see how that goes. But thank you all, and have a good rest of your day.